Hello and welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Dubby Energy Drinks, Drinks for Gamers, and EAC Eldridge Air Conditioning. Thanks for their support as ever. So we move on to round 8 of our Sunday League Championship from League 2, and a short trip over from France to Italy to Lake Maggiore, and we're at the Autodromo Lago Maggiore on the full course but on the reverse layout, 3.6 mile anti-clockwise circuit. This one nestled just south of the Alps there in Italy. Great setting around the lake itself. So before we get this first race underway, it's a 13 lapper by the way. We'll just go through the points of the top 5 at least, and this is how they sit. So we've got in first place, we've got Cherry Bomb, who's had a great run of late, hasn't he? And he's topping it at the moment on 213 points, just ahead of Brian Moncani in second on 207. So not a lot in it there, just what's that, 6 points difference there at the moment, so very close at the top. And we've got Jay Dyson in third on 188, sharing the points with Motorstorm Hero in fourth actually on 188. So again, all really tight at the top there in the top 4 places. And then we've got Brian the Mechanic in fifth on 175. So again, not that far behind. Then we've got quite a big gap back down to Brownie, Captain Slode, Big Mac, etc. And the rest. So all to play for still with this round and 2 others. So 3 rounds effectively still to go in this championship. So it's still all to play for there at the top of the championship as well. So right, let's go through this grid then, going into this race 1. So we've got Dyson in pole position, Motorstorm Hero in second, so the Napa teammates 1 and 2, Bloomfield in third, Brian the Mechanic in fourth, Cherry Bomb in fifth, Captain Slow sixth, Idle 4 Gaming in seventh, Jabba in eighth, Brian Moncani in ninth, Brownie in 10th, Benzo in 11th, and Ruthless Rufus in 12th, who used to actually be the Big Mac, or is the Big Mac, but he's changed his name to Ruthless Rufus. I'm just going to call him Ruthless, I think. But either way, thanks for the replays again, along with Bloomfield, who also helped out with the replays here this week. So thanks for them. So let's get this one underway then. Here we go. So coming out of that last corner then, rolling start as usual. As I say, 13 laps round this course, and lights go green and away we go. Up to this turn 1, this right-hander. Just got to lift off round here. Just let it roll. Feed it out to the curbing on the outside. Don't touch that grass. Everyone through, is it? I think so. Looks okay to me. Yeah, a bit back there is Rufus. I'm not sure what sort of start he had. Not a great one by the looks of it. Just holding back a little bit there, isn't he? We've got the 2 Napa drivers out top. Used to seeing them out there, of course. Oh, Motorstorm. Easy to do that. Takes a lot of grass through the right-hander there. Got to be a bit careful. Oh, Bloomfield's gone straight on at that tricky left-hander there, cambered corner. Basically, just late braking and went straight on. So that was, I'm not going to show you the replay of that. I think we see it really. It's what happened there as they now come through. Oh, what's happened to Rufus? Oh, he hasn't had a great start at all, has he? And he's found a litter. The cat litter as well. Oh, big hit on the grass there, right across, smashed into the wall, and then what's left of the car is it got engine damage as well, so that's why he's going so slow at the back there. So that's put pay to his race one, hasn't it? But Dyson now up top, just pulling away from his teammate Motorstorm Hero in second. So these 2 pulling away them from Brian the Mechanic in third, but the 2 Napa drivers, Motorstorm hit the wall again a little bit there again. So did Brian the Mechanic. There's going to be a few people scraping that outside wall. Another one there. I think that might have been Captain Slow did it there. So they're all scraping that outside wall as you come around that right-hander. Very easy to do. A lot of fast corners on here as we see Brian the Mechanic go a little bit wide there, taking a lot of that outside curb, but that hasn't helped his drivers. It with Cherry Bomb attacking him now. Slow left-hander, not the slowest one on the circuit. Coming up to these now, these are effectively hairpin corners, these ones, as we see Captain Slow also in the mix here. So 3 cars going through the final corner now. Again, tricky. Careful not to hit that outside wall. I think we're going to have a few that might do that. Oh, and who's that? Back end on Brian's come round. So we've got to be a little bit careful on that final corner. As we see, Captain Slow attacking Cherry Bomb. Turn 1, didn't get it done though. But there's a battle here on 3rd, 4th and 5th place between Mechanic, Cherry Bomb and Captain Slow. Captain Slow looking like he's got Cherry Bomb up the inside there, and he does. Good move. Yeah, Cherry Bomb just went a tad wide there. Captain Slow took advantage. Up the inside he goes. Goes up to 4th place. So it looks like Captain Slow's on a charge here tonight. It's Cherry Bomb now attacks back. There was a little bit of a tag there, I think. Yeah, Cherry Bomb acknowledges the fact that he's just tagged a little bit of Captain Slow there, so just slows down, falls in 11th place behind Captain Slow. So that was a great little battle up to that point, wasn't it? Dyson has really left his teammate behind. He's absolutely flying as Dyson. Of course, 2 teammates sitting pretty on exact points in the championship, 3rd and 4th place. So Dyson will be wanting to pull away from his teammate a little bit, which he's doing at the moment. On lap 2 of 13, of course, but certainly looks like Dyson's got the pace out there here in race 1. Remember, it's soft all the way this race, and then medium and hard compounds in race 2. Right, so very easy to just hit that outside wall there. Idle 4 Gaming in 4th place, making his way up through the field. Turn 1, just feed it through, just let the car feed itself out to the outside. There's the other Falcon livery teammate of Idle 4 Gaming, Brownie, in 7th place. Benzo in 8th. Fielding Cherry Bomb, no. In the battle, there's Cherry Bomb up the inside of Bloomfield. We've had offs in this race, haven't they? Bloomfield down the bottom of the hill on the left-hander. Cherry Bomb, even though he didn't go off, was involved in that little collision with Captain Slow, who did go off right at this point here. He waited, and hence why he's back there in 11th. And of course, he is our leader in the championship, isn't he? So this is not going to do his points tally much good here in race 1. They're going to have to see what he can do in race 2. It's not actually over yet, is it, in race 1? But he's got a lot of hard work to do to get himself up into the top spot here in race 1. So he might have to just concede a few points here in this first race. It's Ruthless there in 12th. He's got it all going again. Engine's okay, and back up to speed, but a long way behind everybody at that point. It's our leader and our fastest man on track at the moment, 1:56.6, just putting another fastest lap there, Dyson, but Motorstorm's just beating out with a 1:56.4, so a couple of tenths quicker. It's Motorstorm Hero, so maybe he's just about picking up the pace out. Can he do? Can he get back on terms with his teammate, sliding it round the right-hander, left-hander, sorry, and then out the other side to now head through this kink and down the hill towards the tricky cambered left-hander through the kink, full pelt through there, and then down this really steep hill, and then into this cambered left-hand, cornering up the other side. That's the lowest point of the circuit down there in the dip. Brian the Mechanic in 3rd, but he's falling back into the clutches of Idle 4 Gaming here, who's in 4th, but looks like Idle 4 Gaming has got a little bit more pace than Brian the Mechanic at the moment. What's that? 1:58.2 is his fastest lap. Idle 4 Gaming. Yeah, it's about what's that? 6/10 quicker than Brian the Mechanic. So Idle 4 Gaming at the moment, looking like it's on course to possibly get a third, and that's gonna and right on the commentator's curse, right on my lips at that point. He loses it around that left-hander there. Brian had a little moment ahead of him actually. That just put him off. So Brian had a little twitch, ran it wide there, and then Idle 4, his back wheel got on the grass, and he was spinning backwards, and that's allowed Brian Moncani to go past. So back to 5th goes Idle 4 Gaming. Jabber's going to take him as well. Then 6th place, possibly even his teammate Brownie will get him as well. He does. So 2 Falcon cars in formation there, but Brownie through, and we got a yellow flag. What's the yellow flag for? Who's gone off here? Have we got someone who's gone off, or is it? I don't know what that was. Maybe just a reset somewhere. So back to the Falcon cars and this little battle going on, but Idle 4 Gaming back to 7th after that little mistake. They're catching up with Jab. Maybe with Jabber, who just had a little moment. He's just fell back into the clutches of the Falcon guys. So perhaps that's what it was. Been much though. Just to put it going again if he did lose it. But I'm not sure. What he did do though was allow Brian Moncani to get through to 4th. So our second is the second in the championship, isn't he? Brian Moncani behind Cherry Bomb, and of course Cherry Bomb we know is down in whatever he is, 10th or 11th place at the moment. So Brian Moncani up there in 4th will be grabbing a few points off him if it stays like this. Shot of him coming up over the top of the hill. Idle 4 Gaming actually has got back ahead of Brownie into 6th place. There's Bloomfield, there's Cherry Bomb. So actually Cherry Bomb has made up a couple more places, up to 9th place now. There he is. So not too bad for Cherry Bomb. 5 laps, 13 gone. The usual GT game issue where one of the cars at least have come out with the standard livery on it, which is what you're seeing there. It's not the livery that Cherry Bomb would normally run. It's not the correct livery either, but for some reason the game likes to throw a couple in there in race 1 every round. Storm Hero still fastest man out there on the 1:56.4, but he's fell right back from his teammate. So Motorstorm Hero's had a mega problem somewhere to drop back that far. Probably ain't going to catch it now, camera, but he's pushing hard, as you can see. He's taking the grass and a lot more trying to push, but got to be a bit careful not to push too hard, and I think that's probably what he's doing, trying to catch up with his teammate, push it a little bit harder, maybe just got himself into a couple of sketchy moments somewhere. And again, look, he's taking a lot of liberties with the curbing and the grass verges, runoffs, because this is a fast track. A lot of it is quick, high speed corners, so doing that sort of thing, it's going to end up in disaster for you. But our leader Brock Dyson don't care really. He's just looking for victory. Up to complete lap 6, and that will start lap 7, which is well, pretty much halfway through this race. Ooh, close to the wall there. It's that wall just juts out a little bit, doesn't it? Let's have a look. Noticed on Heroes, he comes round just on the left as you come round this right-hander on the outside. There's that wall that just juts out right there. The guys are standing. We'll claim some victims, I think, at some point tonight. If you get it wrong round there. Brian the Mechanic, Brian the Carney. Catching Brian the Mechanics, and Brian out. Falling back into the clutches of the other Brian. Brian Moncarney probably has been told on his pit board that Cherry Bomb is heading up the field, up to 8th now. But Brian's probably been told just to push a little bit harder, just to see if he can make up another place. Brian the Mechanic in 3rd. Jabber under pressure from Idle 4 Gaming. Obviously coming back from his little spin. So what can Idle 4? This is a possible passing opportunity, but you've really got to be down the side of the other car before you hit that dip there. What sort of run can Idle get here now? This is going to be tricky to pass down this next section through this really fast S's. So not really sort of one-liner really through here. So probably best to wait till you come out the other side of these S's and see if you're close enough. But where's he gone? Where's Jabber? Oh, there he is. He just went off, didn't he? Let's have a look what happened there then. So Jabber was ahead in 5th, and he just kind of disappeared out of shot, didn't he? Did he just go straight on? He kind of, where is he? Oh, he was railing it down the left, and then grabs it back on track, but loses that spot to Idle 4 Gaming. So bit of an unconventional pass there from Idle 4 Gaming, but well, he didn't have to do too much in the end, did he? Cherry Bomb in 8th still, but he's chasing down Bloomfield still in 7th. Of course, Cherry Bomb will also be getting from his pit crew, telling him where Brian Moncarney is currently, and he will know that he's ahead of him as Cherry Bomb has a go up the inside. He'll be on the outside now for this left-hander, and oh, big glitch there. Cherry Bomb though remains in 8th. They come through the final corner to complete lap 7. Oh, and there you go. There's our first victim. Didn't think it was going to be too long. Bloomfield. It was just a matter of time. Someone was going to hit it, and Bloomfield seems to be the first one. Won't be the last, but if you take it too wide there, too much power, and bang into that little bit of wall that sticks out as they all go streaming by. So Bloomfield back to 10th spot. Ruthless up to 11th. Benzo back there in 12th, so Benzo, we haven't seen a lot of him, but too sure he's been in this race. Apart from off track, I would imagine, if he's back there in 12th, because Ruthless was back there, wasn't he? And now he's, oh, and Benzo is half a second penalty as well for track limits there, plus it's getting it all sideways. So Benzo with not a great race this one. Dyson still with a huge lead over his teammate Storm Hero. Brian's finally got past Brian the Mechanic. Let's see if we can find that move. Here he is. So he got down the slipstream, down through these S's. Now this is where I said it's impossible to, well, not impossible to pass, but very tricky to pass, and he did it. Just literally ran right round the outside of Brian the Mechanic. Good move. That's a great move considering you're on the outside and you're trying to control it through there. Really easy to run it off wide, but he just to keep it on track. It does promote him up to 3rd. Brian back to 4th then. Again, runs it out where he ran it off before. Sure, if that's a penalty area where regards where you get a penalty itself. No, obviously not. Maybe you get just 2 or 3 strikes at that, and then you get done. Maybe it's been a couple of times The mechanic's done that tonight, but so far he's not been penalised. Oh, and well, not sure if that's the glitching or the car. To be honest, there was quite a lot of glitching going on throughout the leagues this round, including myself. So I don't know whether there was an issue with server or something along the way. The network, I'm not sure if it was individual people's internet connections or whatever, but whatever it was, yeah, seemed to be quite a lot of it going around throughout our leagues this weekend. Hopefully we did have that. It was a feature last season, or a season or two ago, for everybody, and it was yeah, it wasn't the best to watch, but it seems to have ironed itself out. But one or two little issues last weekend, Sunday, and well, hopefully it'll clear itself again for the rest of the championship. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But there's Idle 4 Gaming coming up over the top of the hill in 5th, trying to chase down Bry, the mechanic. Jabber in 6th, Cherry Bomb in 7th now. Captain Slow down in 8th, who's had a good start to this, didn't he? But just starting to feel the pace now. Drops it back down to 8th. Brownie in 9th. Bloomfield in 10th. Ruthless in 11th. And Benzo in 12th place, who's just being caught now from our leader. There's Benzo there in the distance, and our leader Dyson just starts lap 10, so into the last 4 laps now of this first race, so it's gone pretty quick, to be fair. Now there's been a reverse layout as well. Some people prefer this one to the normal clockwise version. I'll be honest, I'm not fussed. I don't mind either of them really. Both 3.61 miles, obviously, just going the other way, but yeah, it doesn't bother me really. But some people just, for some reason, don't fancy this one. But anyway, out the front is Dyson. Big gap back then to his teammate Motorstorm Hero in 2nd place. I think settled for that now, if I'm honest. And then there's a big gap back to Brian Moncani in 3rd. At the moment, that would probably put Brian Moncani top of the table after race 1 in the championship, if it stays like this, with Cherry Bomb down in 7th. It's Brian 4th. 4 Gaming in 5th. There's Jabber in 6th, and then there's Cherry Bomb in 7th. Can't quite get to the back of Jabber, can he, to make that move? Quite close enough. But you can really lose it through here, very quick through this bit, so you've got to be really careful not to take it too fast through there. We've seen that he can give you a penalty as well. Now, several lines through that left-hander. Some people will go wide. Some people will bring it down a little bit narrower through there, try and get the apex. But not too sure which is the quickest way. It's what the driver fancies really at the end of the day. Cherry Bomb still not really making any advance into Jabbers ahead of him. Starting lap 11 now. So the last 3 laps now. Race 1. That looked like a better exit from Cherry Bomb. It's like he may have just grabbed a couple of tenths on Jabber there. Let's just stay with Cherry Bomb for the moment and just see if he's got enough to get past Jabber through this fast kink all the way through, trying not to get on the grass too much, and then hard on the brakes. So this left cambered corner, out the other side, up the hill, down the other side. That's better from Cherry Bomb. He's certainly closer this lap than what he was last time round. Let's see, does he do a Brian Moncani and go around the outside? Doesn't look close enough at the moment. So he's got time, hasn't he? Still got 2.5 laps left. That's a bit more sweeping from Cherry Bomb. Jabba almost straight lining all of their S's, and that's let Cherry Bomb through, and that's it. There's the move. So yeah, Jabba just forced it a little bit there, and that just made a little mistake, didn't he, Jabba? That's allowed Cherry Bomb through to 6th place. So where's Brian Moncani? Still 3rd. I think that's where he's going to be staying. Now with Cherry Bomb only 3 cars behind him, I think he'll do enough to just keep that 3rd place, although Idle 4 Gaming and Brian the Mechanic really not that far behind, but certainly Idle 4 Gaming is trying to chase down Brian Moncani. Now can Idle 4 Gaming in these last 2 laps, on a penultimate lap now, get himself podium? I think he might have just left it a little bit too late, and if it weren't for that mistake that he made earlier in the race, he would have been up there, wouldn't he, fighting it out for that podium, if not for the win. But certainly trying all he can here to get something at the end. Brian the Mechanic in 5th place. I think it's probably all he's got here in this race 1, and then quite a big gap back then to Cherry Bomb, who's up to 6th now, as we know, having got past Jabba. Again, I'm not sure Cherry Bomb's got enough to get any further than that. Having said that, from where he was in 11th to get back down to 6th place, that's pretty good going. So yes, he'll be disappointed start of the race, but clearly he's got a bit of pace there, back end of it, so maybe he'll be looking to work on that for race 2. So we see Jabba there in 7th. No danger of Jabba getting any less than 7th here in this race. It's a big gap back then, back to Captain Sloan Brownie, who's kind of got their own little battle going on there in 8th and 9th. Bloomfield behind them in 10th spot. We know that Ruthless, who's not really recovered, is in 11th place, all on his own with Benzo, who's been lapped by our leader now. Actually, there is our leader in 12th place. So let's go then to our leader. This is the final lap, lap 13, down the slope into this left-hander. Got to be careful on the exit of that, because I've got a lot of sand there on the outside. Be putting the power down too early, because you will find yourself in there. But Dyson will bring this home now for victory here in race 1. Led from the front as Dyson. Lights out to the flag. Looked like at the start of the race it was going to be another battle between these two, because I was pretty close, but then Dyson just absolutely pulled the pin. He's left Motorstorm behind. Motorstorm, I think, must have had possibly an issue somewhere, maybe an off somewhere, but when that's not going to help his cause actually. And how far is Brian Moncani? Now is Brian Moncani going to get it? Let's see Dyson coming over. Quite there yet, is he? But Brian's got him. Brian Moncani's gone round and got past Motorstorm Hero, and Idle 4 Gaming also is going to take him, or we'll go back to our leader because I'm going to miss him otherwise as he comes round the final corner. Congratulations to Dyson. Victory here in race 1. Well done. And Brian Moncani, he'll be rubbing his hands there. Got 2nd place off a Motorstorm who made that little mistake in the end. It's quite a big off actually. So Brian Moncani managed to get 2nd place here. It's exactly what he wanted. with Motorstorm Hero still battling Idle Gaming, who could get that third place, which at one point I did say about, but oh, Motorstorm's lost it again. Brian's got second, by the way, well done. Idle Gaming's got a third, well done. Brian's lost it on the wall, and it's all chaos here, isn't it? Cherry Bomb's actually going to come in fourth. So actually, fourth for him, Motorstorm Hero fifth, Brian Mechanic sixth, Jabber seventh, all close there, but Motorstorm Hero and Brian Mechanic with a little mistake at the end now. As we watch Captain Slow coming in eighth, Brownie in ninth. So all going off at the end. Change. Bloomfield in 10th. Benzo didn't get a lap in and finished in 12th, but oh. So Idle Gaming did get that third place in the end, didn't he? So I said he'd probably be happy with the fourth. And then Motorstorm Hero with a big moment at the end there. Brian Mechanic got a little bit excited, thought he was going to grab a podium as well, and he hit the outside wall, got Broomfield hit, and that was game over for him as well, and that allowed Idle Gaming to come through. Anyway, here's Ruthless, the last one still going round, finishing 11th place. That is your race one here at the Autodromo Lago Maggiore. So join me again for race 2 soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again then. Cheers.